North Melbourne returns to the finals, this time with hosting rights, and their captain and coach with us now. Brad Scott, Andrew Swallow, welcome.
Thanks, guys.
360 seconds with David King presiding. It's going to be a big week, Brad. Not just going back to the finals, but Penny's on the verge.
Yeah, she is, but she's already said that I've got greater responsibilities, and her mum and her sister and my mum are on standby, and I've got a job to do.
You might have had to get a new doctor after the weekend. Dr. Nick's not keen to put his hand up anymore.
Oh, lucky we've got two.
Additional 4 wins on last season, 6th place on the ladder. As far as home and away footy goes in 2014, was that mission accomplished?
Well, I think you look at the home and away period, and it's really just a qualifying period. So we, like every other team, try and qualify in the best position possible. And we've qualified 6. We've earned the right to play a home final, and now the real season starts as far as we're concerned.
Andrew, do you feel more ready for a final series than you have done previously?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think, especially in the last couple of rounds with Boomer being out, Wellesley being out, we've got some real depth there. So I feel like we've got players who can stand up, and I think it's going to be a good thing for Brad and the match committee to probably have 28 to 30 guys who could possibly play a role.
The gap between the Kangaroos' best and worst has been a talking point all year, Brad. What's been the finite answer there? Is it a problem on field? Is it a style thing? We've talked about it, I reckon, for 10 weeks of the season. Is it something that maybe you just have to take responsibility for now going into a finals campaign?
Oh yeah, it's a fact. I mean, there's probably a combination of things that have contributed to that. One being availability of personnel. So, and that's certainly not making excuses for not having guys available. But when guys play together, they gel better, and they need that consistency and that continuity. So that's been a challenge for us in that area. And we also, we've been the first to admit we didn't really get the balance right between attack and defence, and we feel we've addressed both of those things coming into the final. So we've got great availability, and the balance in our game has really improved.
What have you learned about finals football, given the fact you played in 4 finals and 3 of those have been blowouts? You had a good win against Hawthorn by 5 or 6 goals a few years ago, but the other 3 results have been 106 points, 96 points and 87 points. Can you learn in those sorts of games?
I suppose the first 3 finals I played were in my 2nd year, so it was a long time ago. So probably can't take a heap out of that. I think the last time against West Coast we can learn from. Definitely the pressure increases, and it was. Looking back at the game, I think we're a totally different side, and I'm a different player and captain to what I was then. So yeah, it's a great opportunity, and I think we've got a lot of things going for us at this time of the year, and we should hopefully give ourselves a good account.
Has it been hard being a leader without Brent Harvey there the last couple of weeks, and obviously what will be a massive final for you?
I think probably in the past it would have, but I think the one great strength of our leadership, this group, and where we've really grown, we've done a lot of work with Cameron Ling, and I think we've really grown as a group this year. I think guys like Sam Gibson, obviously you got Drew Petrie in there, but guys like Sam Gibson, Scotty Thompson, Jack Zeeble, they've all really helped carry the load. So it's no longer just 2 or 3 guys. We've probably got 7 or 8, and probably another 4 or 5 guys below them who are starting to step up and play consistent footy week in, week out.
You played Essendon once this year, Brad. It was round 1. It was a peculiar match, so peculiar that it's almost an outrider. Do you think, is that a rogue result, or is there a lot in that you'll carry into this week?
I think it's probably an irrelevant result for both clubs, to be honest. And that's not stepping away from it. We'll do our due diligence for sure. But I think what's more important is the last 4 to 6 weeks and the way both sides are playing. So we'll go back and look at it. But what relevance it'll have, I doubt it'll be much.
What about the method of how that unfolded, how they owned the ball against you? They took a lot of marks that night, 86 more marks than you guys. And we've seen that a few times against the Kangaroos this year. Carlton did it, Collingwood did it, Brisbane have done it. Is that a problem? Is that something you need to look at, or is it just one of those things?
Yeah, I don't think you want to play any opposition and allow them too much of the footy. Clearly in some of our poorer games this year, we haven't had enough of the ball, and that's purely because the opposition have had it. So I think we've got a lot better at getting it back quickly, and we go in with on the back of regardless of who you play, we're going into a final on the back of 4 straight wins, and pretty convincing wins, most of them. So, you know, we feel like we've got that balance right again.
You can generally tell whether the Kangaroos are on the first 10 minutes of football. I know you've said that before from the coach's box, that you've got a fair handle on it. How far into an elimination? I think in the home and away season you've been reluctant to change things too much because the bigger picture stuff, and we find ourselves in an elimination final this week. Is that time now where you think if things aren't going our way early that you may need to spin the magnets, you may need to try something?
Yeah, we've certainly worked on developing flexibility within our lineup. Yeah, and again, that's continuity of play and continuity of availability of players. So now we've got that right. We've got players available, and now we've got greater flexibility in our side to be able to throw things around if it's not working, or to capitalise on, you know, some momentum. So I think we're going in with a you know, the rock of our side pretty much set, but with some added strings to our bow.
So in what you're building, Brad, would you expect that this team is ready to win finals now?
Well, we're more ready than we've ever been, and you know, the proof will be in the pudding. I mean, we prepared really well. Look back to what, you know, this side was capable of 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a pretty green team. You know, now the resilience is there, the maturity is there, and you know, it's up to us, it's up to the players now to get the job done. It's up to the leadership to stand up, and it's up to the coaching staff to get everything right. So we've been striving for this moment, and now our moment's arrived.
Are you a contender?
Well, time will tell. I mean, we want to go in and win every game we play. I mean, in terms of where other people see us, that's for them to judge. But you know, we think our best has shown this year that we're capable. Now it's time to produce it.
Are you excited?
Yeah, extremely excited. So we haven't been in this opportunity a lot, so yeah, we've just got to take it with both hands now.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck on a whole number of fronts.
Thanks, Jared.
The North Melbourne leadership with us ahead of the elimination final against Essendon.